Welcome to Sports 360, our weekly show on what's happening in the world of sports. We take a look at the top sporting stories of the week, our regular segments on player, goal and image of the week. I'm Taposh Bhattacharya and let's get started with the top story we are tracking this week. Ravi Shastri will continue his role as Team India head coach after the three-member cricket advisory committee comprising of Kapil Dev, Anshuman Gaikwad and Shanta Rangaswamy gave his candidature a nod on Friday at the BCCI headquarters in Mumbai. The three-member cricket advisory committee comprising of Kapil Dev, Anshuman Gaikwad and Shanta Rangaswamy on Friday reappointed Ravi Shastri as the head coach of the Indian team till 2021. The three-member marked each individual separately. While Shastri got the job, Mike Hesson came second and Tom Moody came third. While Shastri was favoured to retain his position as head coach, the committee had made it clear it wasn't too keen on a foreign face. There were four other candidates who looked to compete with the current coach. With Phil Simmons excusing himself from the race, Hesson, Moody, Robin Singh and Lalchand Rajput were the other candidates interviewed by Cricket Advisory Committee.
Number 2 is Mike from New Zealand, very intelligent, very good young boy. And number 1 is Ravi Shastri, which you all was expecting.
You know, somebody knows the system and knows the players very well, can communicate well. I think he has the advantage.
Under Shastri, India might have failed to win the T20 World Cup in 2016 and the ODI World Cup in 2015 and 2019. But he has helped India climb the top of the test rankings with a historic series triumph in Australia. Sports Desk, DD News. Well, now let's hear what coach Ravi Shastri has to say after his reappointment.
Well, I'd first like to thank the CAC, Shanta, Kapil and Anshu for having the faith in me to continue for another 26 months. It's a privilege and honor, to be part of an Indian team setup. Because, the reason why I came in here, because I had this belief in this team. I had the belief that they could leave a legacy that very few teams have left behind, in years to come. Not just for the moment they're playing, but at the end of it all, a kind of legacy which other teams going down decades will want to try and emulate.
So the Indian coach saga finally unfolded yesterday, and I'm joined by our cricket expert Ravi Singh to shed light on that. Ravi, it's the decision that was taken. It was expected. Quite a lot of people thought that Ravi Shastri is the front runner, and even while announcing the name, Kapil Dev also said yes, as per you guys thinking, Ravi Shastri is the coach. But what do you make of the whole saga? If Ravi Shastri was supposed to be given that is the front runner, then why was this whole process started in the first place?
No, see, we have a man there, the name of Vinod Rai, who is actually a very stickler for rules. Don't forget, he is a former CAG, and having been a bureaucrat, he wants the paperwork to be absolutely perfect. So he made sure that the applications were called, the position advertised, and then the applications vetted for merit. That's why he appointed a three-member expert committee. Two of them, really have been former coaches of the Indian team, Anshuman Gaikwad and Kapil Dev, with a fair degree of success. So there's no questioning the credentials of the Cricket Advisory Committee. Even Shanta Rangaswamy is a former India captain of the women's team. So these are people who are experienced and know their job. So that committee was tasked with the job of taking the final decision. Well, there was no surprises because Ravi Shastri, having been part of the system and had a fair degree of success, he's had his share of failures as well. But with his kind of pedigree that he's had and the kind of camaraderie that he's built with the team, the understanding, there were no surprises that his name would be voted ahead of all the others. There was when Mike Hesson and Tom Moody were, I would say, really outside chances, not really
Ravikant, in that case, would you say that probably the public backing of the way Virat Kohli came out with the public backing before the tour for West Indies started. Do you feel that somewhere down the line that also kind of played a lot of gave a lot of impetus to the Cricket Advisory Committee?
Well, that is one of the things that gave the impetus. But I would say that the Cricket Advisory Committee wasn't really swayed by only the captain's opinion. Yes, that was one of the things that was taken into consideration. The captain and possibly the team, senior members of the team as well, wanted Ravi Shastri there because there's something to say about continuity. Players know him well, he knows the players well. So, there is a kind of understanding between the team and the head coach. Now, that is really helpful for all, the coach as well as the team. And I think the one thing we should not say that only Virat Kohli is backing. It was also the understanding that the BCCI would go for continuity, and that's exactly what they've done.
Right now he's got the job, the top post in the BCCI and in the world cricket. But if you look at the tenure, the last 2 years and now another next 2 years, what do you think will be his main thrust? Where do you think Shastri should look to make an impact?
Well, I think the main task for Ravi Shastri would be to look for a solid middle order. At the moment, you've got 1, 2 and 3 almost settled in all formats, T20, One Days and the Test cricket. But going down, number 4, 5 and 6, these are trouble spots for India, and that's what he's got to look at. Bowling at the moment is the least of his worries because we've got a problem of plenty. We've got some really class bowlers in Jasprit Bumrah, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Shami, plus good spinners as well. There's Ravindra Jadeja as an all-rounder. There's also the
Ashwin is still in the
Pandya, the Pandya brothers.
Pandya,
they are
absolutely.
there. So there is a problem of plenty in the bowling department, but the batting department is what is going to be a worry for Ravi Shastri, and he needs to find those answers very, very quickly. We've got the West Indies test matches starting next week, and that is going to be a real test for Ravi Shastri because he's got to make sure that Cheteshwar Pujara batting at number 3, Virat Kohli at 4. Now 5, 6 becomes very, very crucial. 7, I don't have a problem because there I think you would push in Rishabh Pant as a keeper batsman. But 5 and 6 are got to be really crucial.
You talk about the 4, 5, 6. Interestingly, the next 2 years we will probably have more T20 matches because there will be World T20 in Australia in 2020, and then again in 2021 India will be hosting the World T20 once again. So do you feel somewhere down the line India should be keen and the team management should be wary of the fact that we do not probably have a great middle order when it comes to the T20?
Well, see, number 4 and 5 in any format, T20 or Test matches, is very, very crucial because number 4 has to do a holding job if wickets fall quickly, and he's got to score quickly if there is a solid platform set up by the top 3.
But Ravikant, this is a problem that they were facing in the last 2 years, the same problem that we are right now discussing, the same problem that they faced in the last 2 years.
Well, that is exactly the point, that Ravi Shastri has already had 2 years and he's still looking for that solid number 4. Yeah. Don't forget that number 4 position is so crucial. It was the last solid number 4 we had was Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah. After that, we've been always having a makeshift sort of a number 4. Virat Kohli, of course, in Test matches is a solid number 4, but when we go to the limited overs format, either 50 overs or 20 overs, he moves up to 3, and that 4 and 5 become a bit of a worry. And that's where Ravi Shastri has got to now start looking around and looking hard at players who can deliver. Shreyas Iyer has performed well in the West Indies, so he is a strong candidate to get that number 4 spot.
Well, thank you so much, Ravikant, for all those perspectives. So that was Ravikant Singh giving us his perspective and opinion, what we can expect from Ravi Shastri in the next 2 years. Moving on to other stories, Indian cricket team clinched the 3-match ODI series against West Indies 2-0 with a 6-wicket win in the rain-curtailed final match. We take a look at some of the Indian players' performance in the series and what can be its repercussion in the Test series.
Clipped away.
Classy Virat Kohli upstaged rampant Chris Gayle as India defeated the West Indies by 6 wickets in the rain-affected third and final ODI of their series at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad. Let's take a look at how some of the Indian players fared in this contest. Virat Kohli. This man never ceases to amaze. His consistency in white ball cricket is unbelievable. and he is going all guns blazing towards Sachin Tendulkar's century record. Kohli slammed his 43rd ODI ton to power India to a series-clinching win, and he also added numerous records into his kitty. He thumped 114 runs off 99 deliveries, and his innings included 14 boundaries. Kohli is easily the best ODI batsman in the world at the moment, and that too by some distance. Shreyas Iyer. One player whose stocks have risen after the conclusion of the ODI series is middle-order batsman Shreyas Iyer. The right-hander finally came of age, and this could be the beginning of something new for him. Iyer slammed his second 50 of the series and struck another century stand with skipper Kohli to bail India out of trouble. Iyer scored 65 runs off 41 deliveries, and his stunning innings included 3 boundaries and 5 massive sixes. Ravindra Jadeja. All-rounder Ravindra Jadeja had a good outing with the ball, but he was not required to bat, as other batsmen did the job for the team. Jadeja bowled 5 overs and returned with good figures of 1 for 26. He picked up the crucial wicket of Shai Hope to dent the Windies' innings. Mohammad Shami. Fast bowler Mohammad Shami had a good outing, and he was among the wickets as well. He scalped the crucial wickets of Shimron Hetmyer and Nicholas Pooran, both of whom were set in the middle and could have hurt India in the later stages of the innings. One negative point for being expensive, as Shami gave away 50 runs in 7 overs. Khalil Ahmed. Left-arm pacer Khalil Ahmed has a knack of picking wickets, and this match was no different as he ended up with 3 in his bag. Khalil accounted for the wicket's big-ticket players like Chris Gayle, Jason Holder and Carlos Brathwaite, as India were successful in keeping the Windies score to a gettable 1. However, Khalil once again proved to be very expensive, as he conceded 68 runs in 7 overs. Sports Desk, BD News.
From cricket to tennis, Nick Kyrgios's feud with umpire Fergus Murphy boiled over during an explosive outing at the Cincinnati Masters that left the Australian player 13,766 pounds lighter in the pocket. Nick Kyrgios is once again in hot water after walking off the court to smash 2 rackets and calling an umpire expletives. After winning the opening set in his 3-set defeat by Russia's Karen Khachanov in Cincinnati, Kyrgios was hit with a time violation in the second set for taking too long between serves. Shortly after his outburst, Kyrgios took a bathroom break, which umpire Murphy, citing not enough time remaining at the changeover, refused him permission to take. Having left the court with 2 rackets, cameras caught the world number 27 breaking them before making his way back to the court. Kyrgios appears likely to be seeded for the US Open starting on August 26. This is not the first time Kyrgios has expressed his displeasure at umpire Murphy's decision-making. 2 weeks ago at the Washington Open, the Australian clashed with Murphy before going on to win the tournament. Sports Desk, DD News. Meanwhile, Liverpool held its nerve to win the European Super Cup after defeating Chelsea on penalties in Istanbul. After an enthralling contest that finished at 2-2 after extra time, it was Liverpool that prevailed 5-4 on spot kicks.
Liverpool beat Chelsea in a dramatic penalty shootout to win UEFA Super Cup in Istanbul on Wednesday night after the match finished in a 2-2 draw after extra time. Chelsea had the better of an entertaining opening half hour and finally scored when Pulisic split the Liverpool defence with a through ball, and Oliver Giroud calmly dispatched it past Liverpool goalkeeper Adrian to make it 1-0. Liverpool got back on level terms just after the restart when Sadio Mane bundled home into an open net, and in regulation time the match finished 1-1. The teams traded goal early in extra 30 minutes, with Sadio Mane clinically finishing from Roberto Firmino cutback pass to put Liverpool ahead. Soon Chelsea's Jorginho sending Adrian the wrong way from penalty spot to make it 2-2. Games between these two sides in Europe have historically been tight affairs, with just one of their 10 previous meetings having been won by a margin of more than 1 goal. In the end, it came down to who could keep their cool in sweltering heat. 9 players had hit their spot kicks before Liverpool backup keeper Adrian kept out Tammy Abraham's effort to hand Jurgen Klopp's team the win in the annual cup match between the winners of Champions League and Europa League. It proved to be a special night for the referee Stephanie Frappart, who became the first female in the history to officiate in major men's European match. Sports Desk, DD News.
Now, the city of Istanbul holds special memories for Liverpool fans, and the travelling Red fans celebrated in the streets of the Turkish capital after the team won the Super Cup against Chelsea.
Liverpool fans were ecstatic after their team won the Super Cup 5-4 on penalties against Chelsea. Liverpool, who beat Tottenham Hotspur in June's Champions League final, have now won the trophy on 4 occasions, while Chelsea have lost their last 3 appearances in the match. While the Super Cup does not carry anywhere near the prestige of either of the UEFA's 2 season-long competitions, the first ever All-English affair was a good quality encounter played in hot, muggy conditions. Although Chelsea ended the game in defeat, Frank Lampard, who took over as manager in July following the departure of Maurizio Sarri, will be encouraged by a positive display after he lost their opening Premier League game 4-0 at Old Trafford. Sports Desk, DT News.
Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo and Virgil van Dijk have been shortlisted for the UEFA Player of the Year award. While Ronaldo, a 3-time winner, has been ever present in the final 3 since the award was created in 2011, centre-back Van Dijk makes his first appearance after helping Liverpool win the Champions League title last season.
UEFA have announced the shortlist for their 7 major awards for the 2018-19 season. The 3-man shortlist for UEFA Men's Player of the Year award comprises Lionel Messi from Barcelona, Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus and Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. Messi was the top scorer in the last season's Champions League and won the European Golden Shoe as the continent's top scorer. Ronaldo was a Nations League winner with Portugal and the top scorer at the finals. Virgil van Dijk was voted man of the match as Liverpool beat Tottenham Hotspur to win the Champions League for the 6th time. Last season, Real Madrid's Luka Modric won the award, beating out Cristiano Ronaldo and Salah. Lionel Messi finished 5th in the voting, while Van Dijk did not make it to the top 10. Before Modric's win, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi had won the award every season since Frank Ribery won in 2012-2013. Liverpool goalkeeper Becker is up for the goalkeeper award and seems certain to beat out Tottenham Hotspur's Hugo Lloris and Barcelona's Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Liverpool also has a midfielder nominated, captain Jordan Henderson. However, Henderson faces stiff opposition from Frenkie de Jong, who was earlier with Ajax but now in Barcelona, and Christian Eriksen from Tottenham Hotspur. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are joined by Liverpool's Sadio Mane in the forward category. 6 awards will be announced in Monaco on 29th of August during the draw for the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. The following day, the Europa League Player of the Season will be announced as part of the group stage draw for the competition. Sports Desk, DT News.
Champions Barcelona suffered a defeat on the opening day of the La Liga season after a sublime winner by artist Aduriz handed Athletic Bilbao 1-0 victory. Barca produced a lackluster performance and were punished when substitute Aduriz found the net with a stunning 89th minute kick. Luis Suarez and Rafinha both hit the woodwork for Barca, but the visitors struggled to impress despite fielding the new £107 million signing Antoine Griezmann. Aduriz Turner hands Barcelona the first loss in La Liga opener in 10 years, and that's our goal of the week too. Goal scorers are the undisputed darlings of football. In the last season, it was a tight race between Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And we had an unprecedented 3 players share the accolade of Premier League top scorer. Our favourite hitmen are warming up for another titanic battle, and most will be reprising roles for their clubs. But who could win the Golden Boot this season? We have picked out the 5 potential candidates to finish as top scorer this season.
The English Premier League is often said to be the best football league in the world. Last time out, the run for the Premier League Golden Boot was an edge-of-your-seat race, as the likes of Sergei Aguero, Sadio Mane, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and the irrepressible Mohamed Salah were neck and neck as they hurtled towards the finish line. Eventually, it was a photo finish, and we had an unprecedented 3 players share the accolade of Premier League top scorer. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang finished on 22 goals each, just inching past Sergio Kun Aguero, who finished on 21 goals. Here let's take a look at the list of strikers who are likely to score their way to the top of the mountain during the upcoming season. Emerick Aubameyang. The Gabonese international is no stranger to the top scorer accolade. In 2017, he was the Bundesliga's top scorer with 31 goals. The former African Footballer of the Year scored 141 goals in 213 games for Borussia Dortmund before joining the Arsenal during the winter of 2018. In his first full season for Arsenal, he finished joint top scorer with Liverpool's Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. Arsenal is having a quiet summer in the market so far, and skeptics foretell a grim season ahead for the Gunners. However, Aubameyang will certainly be looking for a repeat of last season's feat as he helps his club in the battle for the top 4. Jamie Vardy, Leicester City. Jamie Vardy was undoubtedly one of Leicester City's star performers during their unprecedented 2016 Premier League triumph. In the 2015-16 season, Vardy set the PL alight, scoring in 11 consecutive games, a record, and was named the Barclays Premier League Player of the Season. Under Brendan Rodgers' leadership and with a set of good midfielders, Jamie Vardy is likely to give the league's leading lights a run for their money. Sergio Aguero, Manchester City. Kun Aguero is a striker who needs no introduction. Since joining Manchester City from Atletico Madrid in 2011, he has scored a staggering 231 goals in 338 games, including a title-winning goal against QPR in his debut season. He has also bagged 9 trophies for Man City so far, including 4 PL titles. In 2015, he finished as the Premier League's top scorer on 26 goals. Last time out, he narrowly missed out on the top scorer gong. He will be looking to improve on the 21 goals he scored last season. Pep Guardiola plays a very positive brand of football, and as long as he's fighting fit, Kun Aguero is sure to be among the goals. Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspur. The Spurs hitman will be looking to finish once again as the Premier League's top scorer. Last season, Harry Kane scored 17 goals. His season was blighted by a recurring ankle injury, and he could only watch for long periods as Mohamed Salah and company galloped away with the Golden Boot. Mauricio Pochettino's team play a very exciting brand of football, and with the likes of Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli, Heung-min Son, Eric Dier stringing the passes, Harry Kane will undoubtedly be among the goals once again. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool. Many moons have passed since Mohamed Salah's ill-fated first spell in the Premier League. The current African Footballer of the Year is regarded as one of the top players in the world nowadays. After a successful spell in the Serie A for AS Roma, Mohamed Salah joined Liverpool for a then club record fee in 2017. He went on to have a glittering personal season, scoring a staggering 32 goals for the Golden Boot. Last season wasn't as magical for him as the previous, but still he ended up as the joint Premier League top scorer alongside his teammate Sadio Mane and Arsenal's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He also led Liverpool to a 6th Champions League gong. Mohamed Salah will undoubtedly be in the race for the Premier League Golden Boot next year as he leads Liverpool's charge for the elusive Premier League trophy. Sports Desk, DD News.
Sadio Mane's heroic helped Liverpool beat Chelsea 5-4 on penalties to clinch the 4th Super Cup, and he's also our Player of the Week. Roger Federer crashes out of the Cincinnati Masters after succumbing to Andrei Rublev's masterclass, which in turn is also our upset of the week. Before we bid goodbye, we'll leave you with the visuals from wall climbing competition. See you next week, same time, same channel. Namaskar.